I never liked you from the start. There's no seat for a big-bellied monster like you, so just leave. He gone to all-boys schools during middle and high school and attended a college with very few women, so I had never even heard of him having a girlfriend. He even turned down several blind dates our parents tried to set up. He's not bad-looking, but he's always been a quiet guy and hasn't had much luck with women. Now, suddenly, he's getting married. I was definitely taken aback. You're probably shocked, right? Hearing this all of a sudden. Well, of course. So who is she? She's 3 years younger than me, so a year older than your... Her name's Rachel. We met through work. At work? Well, she's the daughter of a business partner's CEO. Wait, a CEO's daughter? Seriously? That sounds like something out of a movie. Laughing at my surprise, Carl said, "You're exaggerating." Even though she's a CEO's daughter, she works hard at her father's company. Actions were not getting any younger, so we decided to get married sooner rather than later. Seeing Carl so serious warmed my heart. It made me so happy to think that Carl, who's always wished for my happiness, has finally found someone special for himself. 1 month later, he's at our apartment. Carl brought over his fiancée. "Nice to meet you. I'm Rachel, Carl's fiancée." Carl's fiancée, Rachel, was a beauty with a great figure, and she looked every bit the career woman type. She seemed to be on a different level than me. "Nice to meet you, Rachel. Oh, so you're Carl's little sister." When I greeted Rachel, she gave me a piercing look. For a moment, I felt like she was glaring at me, but maybe I was just imagining it. But it seemed my intuition was right. After that, she barely spoke to me and mainly talked to Jones. "Jones, it's impressive that you work at that well-established department store." Caught off guard, Jones hesitated before replying, Well, thank you. I haven't had the chance to go shopping lately. Would you mind helping me pick something out the next time?" "Out the next time I visit?" Jones chuckled. "Sure, thank you. I'll be waiting." This fiancé of Carl's clearly treats Jones and me differently. Moreover, she seems to be giving him lingering looks. Regardless, I didn't want to ruin the mood, especially since she's Carl's chosen partner. As Carl wished for my happiness, I want him to be happy too. I wouldn't want to destroy Carl's happiness just because his fiancée is cold to me. But despite my many reservations, I couldn't bring myself to say anything. Ever since that day, Rachel frequently visited the department store where Jones worked. Again, when he got home, he sighed and began to complain. "Rachel visited my counter again today." "Really?" I said. "Didn't she come by just yesterday?" "Yeah, she did," he replied. "I mean, it's nice that she buys so much stuff, but what? It's causing trouble for the other salespeople as well." "That sounds difficult." According to Jones, every time she visited, she would spend thousands of dollars. "It's good for the store," but he expressed concern, saying even if she's the CEO's daughter, isn't her sense of money a bit over the top? Several months later, the day of Carl's long-awaited wedding finally arrived. By then, I was in the latter stages of my pregnancy, and my belly was noticeably bigger. It was the once-in-a-lifetime wedding of my beloved brother Carl. I was sure it would be a wonderful ceremony. A tree from the moment I left the house, I was excited. As Kajek's dusty, I was wearing a maternity party dress I had bought especially for this day. But as I arrived at the venue and approached the reception desk, an unexpected incident occurred. I said, "I'm Millie Smith, the groom's sister, and this is my husband, Jones."
You said you're the sister, right?
"Yes, Carl Adams' sister."
How strange. I'll swim. Do it.
She then said something I couldn't believe. We were informed that the groom's sister would not be attending. I was shocked. "What?" I said. "What are you talking about?" "I'm the groom's sister." "Of course I am." "I'm sorry, but we were told the groom's sister had other commitments and would be absent." "Hold on. There must be some mistake. Both my husband and I are scheduled to attend. Mr. Jones is on the guest list. It's only you, the groom's sister, who is listed as not attending." I was at a loss for words due to this unexpected turn of events.
Please call Rachel over here.
Just wanting to clarify what was going on, I confronted Rachel. "Rachel, what's going on?" "They marked me as absent." "Ein prots." "Oh, did they? Well, that's why—" "Hold on. I never said I'd be absent." She snickered and casually responded, "I don't really care about your opinion."
I marked you as not attending because you're in the way. Get it?
"Excuse me?" I was taken aback.
Just because you have a good-looking husband and brother doesn't mean you can act all high and mighty. I've disliked you since we first met. This was with that plain face of yours. Even the name Millie doesn't fit. You're just in the way of my happiness, understand?
I had suspected she wasn't warm to me, but never realized she hated me this much. I was speechless and at a loss for words.
Didn't you hear me?
"You're an inconvenience." "See sections. There's no place here for a pregnant monster like you." I was dumbfounded. But the real shock wasn't over. Following her, even Rachel's mother started spewing unbelievable insults.
Of Rachel's mother, Rachel is right. Rachel's mother, having someone as unattractive as you at Rachel's ceremony would be bothersome.
The Kmindien. Paler, I was yelled at by Rachel to leave. "You're in the way, you're an eyesore." Looking at my pregnant belly, all my pent-up anger exploded.
Owens, what the heck you guys saying to my wife?
I never imagined Rachel could be so rude. "Mick, let's go, Jones." "May, are you sure?" "That me, I don't want to be here anymore." "That's me. Ex me. Serves you right." Rachel and her mother continued to hurl insults until the very end. A few hours later, Carl rushed to our home. "Molly Jones, I'm truly sorry for what Rachel did." I asked the apologetic Carl. "It's not your fault, Carl. What happened to the wedding?" I asked to leave halfway. "I couldn't continue the ceremony after what she did to you. I see, smart decision. But why did Rachel act like that towards me?" I was shocked to hear it too. Turns out, Rachel was jealous of you, jealous. You and I have a close sibling bond, right? And on top of that, Jones is quite handsome. Plus, you being pregnant and at the height of happiness. She just can't stand it. That's ridiculous. The fact that Jones spent excessively at the department store was simply because he's good-looking. The reason was so absurd, I was left speechless. Carl, seeing my reaction, continued. She was afraid that all the attention would be on you, a pregnant woman during her own wedding. X would naturally talk to you, asking, "How many months are you?" Or "You look so happy." She hated that. I can't believe it, all for that reason. Carl apparently left all the wedding preparations to Rachel. Just whenever he tried to intervene, she would say, "It's the bride's big day." So he held back. He had no idea that I had been mistakenly marked as absent. "I'm really sorry I hurt you.
Up you again?
If you plan on marrying Carl, I'll cut ties with him too." Are you serious? Despite my father's sincere apology, don't you have any heart? I glared back at Rachel, who lashed out at me.
Hi.
You're one to talk. Who should really be apologizing here? Your petty selfishness ruined Carl's happiness. Someone like you doesn't deserve Carl. Oh, your place, you wretched woman. But that, I kicked Rachel and her family out of the house. Soon after, Carl and Rachel called off their engagement. She persistently resisted the breakup, causing Carl to even hire a lawyer. On top of that, Carl arranged compensation for me. Although I was reluctant upon Carl's insistence, it's the least I can do. I gratefully accepted. In the end, Rachel's family business went bankrupt. They lost their crucial business relationship with Carl's company and couldn't keep afloat. They lost everything due to this incident. It truly felt like karma. Someone who can utter such harsh words deserves this kind of retribution. On the other hand, I safely gave birth and am enjoying my happy days. Carl seems to have moved on from the broken engagement and often visits, adoring our daughter. Jones, let me hold her for a bit. What? Carl, you just held her a while ago. Come on, just for one more hour before I leave? Come on, just for one more hour before I leave. Oh, all right, fine then. My husband and brother dote on our adorable newborn daughter. Listening to their endearing conversation, my heart swells with joy. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end.